Hey guys, Ashley here, Clash with Ash, episode 51, Road to the Top 200, part 1. This should be quite a long series because it is quite a long journey to get to top 200, but here I go. I'm just doing some GoWiPe attacks here, usually carrying one or two witches as well, so kind of a variation. I'm bringing in 4 Golems here, as you can see, mainly because I have no reason for Dark Elixir, so I am running a Dark Elixir heavy army. So when you're rolling with 4 Golems, you want to be patient on spell usage, as I'm not quite patient enough here. I mean, I complete the 2 stars fine enough, but you want to be patient on spell usage because you have a lot of hit points that can suck up all that offensive power. As you can see, I do use a lightning spell to dispense of the clan castle troops, and I am moving into the center there with my heroes. The queen gets the town hall, and this should be pretty easy. Those golems actually distributed very nicely there, with 1 to the north, 1 to the south, and 2 to the center. So as you can see, I'll take down a couple extra units here and get the easy 2 stars. These bases are pretty easy to attack. It's a very common design. I usually try to go from the north or south, or rather the northeast or northwest sides of the base, depending on hero placement. So as you can see here, guys, I'm sitting at 34-21 currently as I record, and my defense has been holding up very well. I've won 4 out of the last 6 attacks here, so very nice here. As you can see, I'll show you a couple replays. This is my new base. Feel free to copy it, pause and copy if you want. Let's see, I'll show you 1 air and 1 ground attack replay. Now this is a very tricky base to attack if you're not careful. As you can see here, I'll show this first one's going to be a GoWiPe attack with max heroes and max spells, so total max troops here. So by Tony Castro, as you can see, he has been to high champions, so he knows what he's doing. He lures out my clan castle. But as you can see with this design, if you're coming in from the north, it's very, very tricky. Not so much to get through the walls, but to navigate through the walls, because the troops, instead of going towards the center, towards the town hall and whatnot, tend to go to the east and the west down those wings. As you can see, they're not enclosed, so that's exactly what's going to happen here. So the troops go away from that center, and the wall breakers don't go for the center as he wants them to. Instead, they just go for those side units, because they do go for the closest wall to them, and they went a little bit to the sides, and they got those tips on the little outlier wall. So that rage spell is going to be totally worthless. Not that it would have really helped, because unfortunately, he doesn't get too close here on this attack. So on the eastern side, you can see the P.E.K.K.A.s get distracted by the clan castle troops, so they end up backtracking all the way to the to that troop there. And on the west side, you can see the Barbarian King and the Queen start backtracking to the far west. So things are going kind of crazy right now. Tony can't be too happy with what's going on. So he does use the hero abilities rather early. Not that it would have made much of a difference, because his troops are kind of all stuck there behind the walls. So and he's very drastically down as far as damage goes. And the Queen, being the typical Queen there, just starts to shoot walls. So that's not going to work either. So at this point, he only has a bunch of archers left and a couple stray witches, but my clan castle troops that he didn't lure out, there was a few leftovers. We'll end up chasing those guys around, and being at only 33%, he's actually not going to have nearly enough troops or time to finish this off. So we'll speed it up and get to the end. So another defensive win. So as I said, it's a very effective base. I'm a big fan of it. You see this, it's not original. You definitely see this base, variants of this base, quite a bit in the top leagues. So let's go ahead and show an air attack. Now, it's a little bit more vulnerable to air attacks. I haven't gotten 2-starred yet with this base. Granted, it's only been 6 or 7 defenses, so we'll have to have a larger sample size. I will be bringing you more defenses with this base before I change it, if I do change it. And let's see what this what Samir does here. He comes in from the northwest, and he comes in with a pretty standard 2 Lava Hound air attack here. The Lava Hound, the puppies, are going to break up before much of them can do their damage, because they're going to be behind enemy lines. Now, the thing that really holds him up here is those witches and the skeletons and clan castle troops ends up taking out most of the balloons around that town hall and minions as well. So now at this point, Samir has a decision: go for the town hall, go for the 50%. He's obviously going to try to go for the 50% by dropping his heroes down here in the south. Now, unfortunately, all those skeletons have been activated from those traps, so they're going to really tie up that Barbarian King. He uses the ability right away. He really has no choice, and he's going to go down really fast. So now he's at 40%, and with just the Queen and a Barbarian up, the Barbarian goes down, and he's at 40%. Let's speed it up here, unfortunately for Samir. Fortunately for me, I do get another defensive win. So, as you can see here, guys, I'm just going to basically be playing on 2 to 4 hour boosts. That's basically how I push. 6 hours if I can square enough time, free time in real life. Let's see where I stand right now in my league. I am at 43rd. With 34-21, and we should probably go ahead and check on the top 200 U.S. first. My end goal is going to be global top 200, but let's see what I need to get for the U.S. here. So we scroll down. We need to get to 40-41. Try to displace Dark Barracks there. Now let's look at my clan mate, co-leader Brandon C. He's doing very well here, as you can see, 40-53, and he's right around 150 in the U.S. I will be joining him soon, hopefully. Thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the series, guys. Take care.